Hello, welcome to a new video. It is that time of the month where it's TBR time, and this is the final 2025 reading TBR. These are the final books I'm reading in this year. That is crazy. However, I'm quite liking the sound of this TBR. So let's start with, I'm not doing a readathon other than Jem usually does a Crimbo bingo on her Discord. So I just work in what I've already got on that. But apart from that, I'm not doing any readathons in December. So let's jump in with my TBR game and let's see what planets I've got to try and get to. Okay, so last month we finished on Camino, so that's where we're going. My patrons once again voted for Tatooine for the meteor. Last month I put it here. This month I'm putting it between Naboo and Tatooine, which narrows the chances for me to get it, but I didn't want to put it in the exact same place as last month, so we're going with that. And then for dice, for my D10, I'm going with my red and black, which is from my Christmas mystery dice set. And then for the D6s, I'm going for my Dino and my sparkly dark green because Christmas. So let's put them there and let's see what 5 planets we're going to try and get to. 8, Tatooine. 0, Jeddah. 9, Camino. Oh no. 5, Scarif. That's a nice one. And 8, Tatooine. Okay, let's move that. Okay, roll number 1. A 2 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tatooine, starting off strong. Luke, a book with a twist. Okay, that first one was so easy. Got to Tatooine, pulled the Luke card, which is a book with a twist. For this, I'll be reading Kilman Creek by Rachel Kane. This is a thriller, so I am just assuming there will be a twist. There was in the first one. So I'm just assuming, and I think I'm assuming right. And then I have one more, so 1. Roll number 2. A 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll number 3. A 6 and a 1. I'm gonna go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll number 4. 6 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll number 5. 6 and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeddah is Salandra Show. A book with a dust jacket. Nice. Okay, getting to Jeddah from there with no doubles was painful, but I did it. And I pulled the Salandra Show card, which is a book with a dust jacket. The reason for this, I think this is the first time this one's come up. The reason for this is she is the only Jedi that has a shield. So dust jacket. And for this, I will be reading The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. Now, this is actually my Patreon buddy read for December. I'm really looking forward to buddy reading this. It's sapphic. So me and Ash are also using this as our sapphic buddy read as well, because of course we are. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. It sounds incredible. And also it's sapphic. So yeah. And then I still have 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll number 6. 6 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll number 7. 2 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll number 8. I could really use a double. Nope. A 3 and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll number 9. That was so close to being a double. A 5 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, come on. Roll number 10. 6 and a 4. 1. Crosshair, a book that's right on point. Favourite trope. Then it took a while to get back to the other end of the board. But I got to Camino and I pulled the Crosshair prompt, which is a book that's right on point, so a favourite trope. For this, I'm going for a favourite trope, not my absolute favourite trope, because I was just looking at what I need to try and read in December. So I'm going with Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto, because this is Enemies to Lovers. This, I believe, was a Raylo fanfic. I think this is the one that was the Raylo fanfic. So Enemies to Lovers, and also fanfic. Raylo fanfic, to be specific. So I'm really excited to read this. I really enjoyed Julie Soto's other romance that I read, which was Forget Me Not. That was a really good one. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then I still have 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scarif. Shira Imwe, a book where a character has a physical disability. Then in that same roles, I also managed to get to Scarif, because they're right next to each other, and pulled the Shirat Imwe prompt, which again is another new one. A book where a character has a physical disability. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling, and I wasn't struggling because there's not loads of books where people have physical disabilities, but I was struggling because I was trying to find a book that I already needed to get to in December. And then I was looking at What If Wanda Maximoff and Peter Parker Were Siblings by Shauna Maguire, and realised Doctor Strange is in this. And Doctor Strange has a physical disability. He has the accident and his hands are damaged. So it counts. And I had to get to it in December for my little Inkling planner. And then I still have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll number 11. I think I've got this. A 1 and a 2. Did I just jinx that? 1, 2, 3. Roll number 12. Yes. 6 and a 2. 1, 2, 3. So Tatooine. Let's just pick up one card. R2-D2, a book with a sidekick. And then I think I was pretty safe with 3 rolls to get to Tatooine, because Scarif, Camino and Tatooine are all next to each other. Still took 2 rolls though, but I pulled the R2-D2 prompt, which is a book with a sidekick. And again, I was stumped on this, but I looked it up, and apparently Tales of the Celestial Kingdom by Su Lin Tan has sidekicks in. And this should be pretty quick to read because it is short stories and teeny tiny. So I'll be reading this. And then apart from that, I don't have a huge amount that I'm going to be telling you about. So I'm going to do my mugs. And this one, I've already got the book in front of me because there's one more left on my 12 books pick. And I know who it is. It's Tori's pick. And it won't open, but it is A Million to One. I've got the book in front of me. A Million to One by Adiba J. Godar. I don't know if I'm going to like this because it's YA and it's mystery, but I have liked the other Adiba book I have read, which was Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating. So yeah, I'm going to finally read this. And then we have my Patreon picks. So we have to pick one. Oh, there's 2. There's 1. What's it gonna be? Oh, I'm really happy with this. Okay, it is Kitty, Warrior Princess Assassin by British Camera. I have the very pretty Fairy Loot edition. I'm pretty sure. Wait, whose did I pull for November? Because I think Fever King was Kitty's last one, and that I pulled in for October, I think. Wait, did I read Fever King this month? No, Kitty gets 2 months in a row. She's going to have to find another book. So Kitty's pick. And then apart from that, I'm going to tell you what Christmas books I am aiming to read. So obviously the week of Christmas. So we have the, like Christmas is on the Thursday. That week, I'm going to read just Christmas books. So I have a few, and I think this will do me for the entire time. So I have some romances. So I have Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe by Melissa de la Cruz, because I swear I cannot have this on my TBR for another Christmas. I need to read this. This is going to be the first one I read in that week, because I need it read. Then we have All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. This sounds really cute, and I've had this for a while, so I want to get it read. Then we have a new edition, which is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. He's the ghost of Christmas past, but she's not exactly Scrooge. She falls in love with the ghost of Christmas past. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. And then a little bit of a different vibe. So I'm probably going to read Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe, then read these, and then go back to the cute romances. I've got The Deviant by James Tinney and the Fourth, which you might recognise that name. He is a horror graphic novel artist. That is Creepy Santa. Creepy Santa with an axe and blood. I'm so here for it because I love James Tinney and the Fourth and Christmas. So this is perfect. So I'm going to be reading this. And then Jem mentioned this book last year and I've been wanting to read it since. It's You Better Watch Out by Matt Forget? However you pronounce the name. It's a Christmas horror comedy. Jem loved it. Jem wants to reread it. And I want to read it. So, yeah. But yeah, and then I'll go back to cute Christmassy romances. I would also like to get to On the Same Page by Haley Cass, because I believe this takes place during either Thanksgiving or Christmas. It does say when a holiday party mix up, but I don't know if it is actually set at Christmas. But this is only if I get through everything else and still have time. This is sapphic. So yeah, and then apart from that, my Patreons have picked a vlog theme, and I had to make an executive decision because 2 of the options tied. I'm not going to tell you the other option because it might be a pick for future months. I've made an executive decision because usually if 2 options tie, I'll redo the poll with just those options and people can only pick one. But I've made an executive decision because the one of them is read wintry books, and I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. I'm not going to give you a TBR for that because right this second my brain can only think of one of the books I was going to put on that vlog. I have loads of others, but my brain's only thinking of one. So I'll keep that a surprise for that week. I'm thinking of doing that the week before Christmas. So do wintry books and then Christmassy books. I think I really like that idea. So that is my last TBR of 2025. That's going to be read in 2025 anyway, because obviously I'll be posting my January TBR at the end of December. But the last lot of books I'll be reading in 2025. How is it December? Nearly. I don't know. But I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.